The sudden loss of State Trooper Aaron Pelletier this past spring was shocking, and the images of his widow and his two young children were simply heartbreaking, especially in his hometown of Southington. Well, now one of Southington's most famous sons has come up with a great idea to raise money for the Pelletier family. Former Major League pitcher turned TV analyst turned sports radio star Rob Dibble. And we are joined by the legend himself, Rob Dibble. Rob, so great to have you with us today.
Dennis, thank you so much for having me on.
Before we talk about the event that you've put together, I want to just get your take on how much do you love Connecticut? Because you've chosen this, you grew up here, now you still live here. What does it mean to you, this state?
Well, I mean, I was living in LA for 10 years, and my wife is from here. She was a school teacher here. And when our daughter was born, we didn't want to raise our daughter in California. So we moved back here about 11 years ago because we're, nutmeg people. She graduated UConn. I'm from Southington, so we couldn't wait to come back here and call this home.
The news about Trooper Aaron Pelletier was really a gut punch to so many people across our state. I had briefly met him once when my wife had a highway incident, and he was the trooper who responded. And it was just so heartbreaking to watch that funeral. And first of all, tell me your reaction when you first heard about his passing.
Well, first of all, he lives in my hometown. He went to my high school. His son was playing in my Little League. And so it really hit home to me. A lot of my best friends are first responders. My brother was a fireman for 25 years in Southington. Most of my closest friends are either troopers or local PD guys. So I play, fantasy football in the same league with 11 other former troopers, and the former colonel, Stavros Malinkas, is in my fantasy football league. So it really hit home. Not only because, he's from my hometown, but he's so young. His wife is so young. He's got two small sons, 5 and 3, Troy and Zach. So it absolutely crushed me, because as you get older in life and you realize, you've been around for a long time, things like this really, really affect you differently. It
was absolutely heartbreaking. Tell me about this game and this event that you put together in his memory.
Well, former State Trooper Chris Ganser and I are best friends. I coached his son. I was, coaching his son for many, many years, giving him pitching lessons and stuff. And like I said, we've been friends for over 20 years. And, one of his best friends was actually in my wedding, Jay Festa, another former State Trooper. So when Chris called me and told me about what happened to Trooper Pelletier, first of all, it broke my heart. And it's hard to talk about right now, because you just think about what they do every day. They're out there risking their lives. I've been on dozens of ride-alongs with troopers, and when I work with SWAT teams as the perpetrator and the bad guy, and they have to come find me a lot and stuff like that. So my heart and soul is trying to help these people go out there and protect their communities, protect us, keep us safe, and they risk their lives every day for us. So it really hits home when any police officer at local level or the trooper level dies. It really hurts.
Yeah, and their jobs are just so dangerous, and the courage they show every day going out to protect and serve the people of our great state. This game coming up, tell me who'll be there.
Going to be a ton of celebrities. There's going to be over 30 troopers that we're going to play against. Many worked with Aaron. A lot of my close friends, really close friend of mine, Sean Walmsley. He's a former West Hartford police officer, worked with Aaron when he first came out of the academy on Statewide.
I know him.
A lot of these guys are going to be there. On my side, I quickly called so many of my friends. Former New York Yankee Tanyan Sturts, Carl Pavano from Southington, Shane Spencer, Ashley Battle, who's now former UConn grad, a Celtic scout, Scotty Burrell. Tabucky Jones, Jordan Reed. We're going to have Tom Thibodeau, the New York Knicks head coach. So pretty much everybody that could make the date is going to come. It's August 24th, 2 to 5 at Yard Goats Park. And like I said, it's not just them. Tim Restall, the president of the Yard Goats, said, please use our field. Last parking is like, listen, we'll give you the parking lot for free. People, we're helpless. We all feel helpless. And so this game is to show love, respect, and honor to the Pelletier family. And every ticket we sell, 100% goes back to the Pelletier family.
I'm going to put the information on the screen right now as you tell me, how can people get involved? How can they go?
All they got to do is go to yardgoats.com where you buy your tickets for Yard Goats game and click on at the top, it says events and upcoming events. You click on that. There's also a Venmo thing. And so you can go to that as well. If you can't make the game, you can still donate to the Pelletier Fund. So you go to events, you click on August 24th and you click on the game. And, that $15 goes towards the Pelletier family. And again, but it's really to show your love and respect for all police officers and what they do for us every day, men and women, and obviously for Aaron Pelletier risking his life for us, and Dominique and Troy and Zach, just to show them how much we love them, respect them, and we're there for them.
They really do have a beautiful family, and we really appreciate you doing this. You're a good man, Rob, to do this. And you and I are young, but old enough, and I'm old enough, I've been around a while, to remember working alongside your dad. And I just want to give him a shout out, Walt Dibble, the late Walt Dibble. When I was a rookie reporter in Hartford, and I would see him out on stories, he was always very kind and very helpful. So,
well, and to tell you the truth, Walt would want us to do this. That my dad did a ton of charity stuff and benefits and things like this, was big in his local community. And like you started off with, Connecticut's my state. This is my home. These are my people. And so like that, I think we should all show our love and respect for the Pelletier family.
Well, we will see you at the game. All right, Rob Dibble, we thank you so much for your time today. And thank you so much for doing this. I know it's going to be an amazing event for a great cause.
Not for me. It's for the Pelletier family. Thank you, Dennis.
After the break, your taxes. Yes, it's time to start thinking about them and maybe change a thing or two to save some money.